I don't expect Mexico to allow millions of Americans to cross, buy the land, and steal it.
This is Mexico.
I know you say that. You have to enforce that with arms.
You took it away from us.
A peaceful mass of people, hardworking, carries out slowly and patiently an unstoppable invasion, the most important in human history. You cannot give me a similar example of such a large migratory wave by an ant-like multitude, stubborn, unarmed, and carried on in the face of the most powerful and best armed nation on earth. The result of this migration is to return the land to the jurisdiction of Mexico without the firing of a single shot.
I have proudly affirmed that the Mexican nation extends beyond the territory enclosed by its borders, and that Mexican migrants are a very important part of it.
I was a high school walkouter, and I was a part of the Chicano movement. So part of my dream has always been to be in front of a Latino crowd and always say and be able to say, "Good morning, Aztlan." So I want to do that.
From the LA Unified School District, please welcome the Honorable Vicky Castro.
Que viva la raza! Que viva la raza! I'm here to welcome all the new voters of 18 years old that we're registering now in our schools. Welcome. You're going to make a difference for Los Angeles, for San Antonio, for New York. And I thank Southwest for taking that challenge. And to the mechistas across this nation, you are going to make that difference for us too.
A mechista, a member of Mecha, Movimiento Estudiantil Chicano de Aztlan, Mecha, the Chicano student movement of Aztlan. It has chapters on every college campus in California and most high schools. Each meeting opens with a reading of El Plan de Aztlan. Here is a sample of El Plan de Aztlan. In the spirit of a new people that is conscious not only of its proud historical heritage, but also the brutal gringo invasion of our territories, we the Chicano inhabitants and civilizers of the northern land of Aztlan, from whence came our forefathers, reclaiming the land of their birth and consecrating the determination of our people of the sun, declare that the call of our blood is our power, our responsibility, and our inevitable destiny. Aztlan belongs to those who plant the seeds, water the fields, and gather the crops, and not to the foreign Europeans. Christy Halbegger, president and publisher of Latina magazine, told Newsweek magazine, quote, "The United States of the 21st century will be undeniably ours again, its manifest destino." October 12, 1996. Latinos marched on Washington to demand amnesty for millions of Mexicans and Central Americans. They were led there by a band from the Mexican Army.
Gentlemen, we were all inspired and moved by those sounds from the military band that led our contingents of thousands upon thousands of people that came to the nation's capital to stand for justice and equality. Let's give them a round of applause, and so that we may wake up if we're feeling tired, so they can make us vibrate again. Los dejo con ustedes en estos momentos, la banda del municipio de Tijuana, Baja California, México, la banda de Baja California. Señoras y señores, José Jaques Medina.
Compañeros, compañeras, hoy...
Comrades, today is October 12, 1996. 504 years after the most important event for mankind that changed the history of the whole planet, the discovery of this continent, the discovery of America, which is a continent and not only a country.
El descubrimiento de este continente, el descubrimiento de América. América, que es un continente y no solamente un país. Uno y no pro otros, compañeros y compañeras.
Our demand started with legalization in 1986, with IRCA 1986, which is the law. The same problem exists now, and the same solution. We want amnesty for the undocumented.
El mismo problema existe ahora y la misma solución debe existir ahora. Queremos la amnistía para los indocumentados. Esa es una solución humana. Esa es la única solución.
Lawyer Medina is a Mexican national. Banners promoting the 7 demands of his Proposition Uno are prominent in Los Angeles parades. His well-known publication, Sin Fronteras, Without Borders, is dedicated to the conquest of the United States.
Orgullo, esta es mi tierra, esta es mi lucha, esta es mi tierra, esta es mi lucha, esta es mi tierra, esta es mi lucha.
There are more than 7 million illegal aliens in the United States. If Medina wins and amnesty is granted, gradually or all at once, Mexico will control California and the rest of the Southwest. They will have won the war, not by force of arms, but by simple occupation. In the context of the Mexican invasion of the Southwest, the cover of the October 1997 issue of Hispanic magazine could not be misread. This magazine is financed with full-page ads placed by the U.S. government and major U.S. corporations.
That makes us angry.
In Mexico, from the poorest villages to the presidential palace, Mexicans are angry and frightened by the latest U.S. law, which makes it so much tougher and more dangerous for Mexicans to come and go across the border.
On May 18, 1999, Hearst newspapers reported, quote, "The head of Harris Surveys in Mexico City said many Mexicans view the border as illegal because they feel the United States stole much of the Southwest from their country after the Mexican-American War." And Mexican...
A top priority that I set for my government's foreign policy was the building of a new relationship with the men and women of Mexican origin who live beyond our borders, particularly in the United States.
On April 4th, 1997, the News of Mexico City reported the following. President Zedillo Ponce de Leon pledged Thursday to use all the diplomatic and legal force at his government's disposal to protect Mexicans living in the United States, joining a growing tide of sentiment against a controversial U.S. anti-immigration law. And here is a direct quote from the mouth of the President of Mexico. "We will not tolerate foreign forces dictating and enacting laws on Mexicans."
Mexican government will continue strengthening the consular protection and legal assistance provided to Mexican immigrants by our network of 42 consular offices in the United States.
And one of those consular officers, Angel Pescador Osuna of Los Angeles, told the Southwestern School of Law in 1998 that Mexico was practicing La Reconquista in California.
Even though I'm saying this part serious, part joking, I think we are advancing to La Reconquista de California.
There is no question. Mexico is moving to capture the American Southwest and place it under its jurisdiction. They could not have gotten this far, however, without a lot of help.